concept of science and religion has been a topic of debate for centuries, with many believing that the two are mutually exclusive. Some argue that scientists, with their emphasis on empirical evidence and rational inquiry, are in essence blaspheming God by questioning the role of the divine in the natural world. This perspective posits that science, in its pursuit of knowledge and understanding, is an affront to the notion of a high power, undermining the idea that God is the sole creator and sustainer of the universe. From this viewpoint, scientists are seen as arrogant and dismissive of the role of faith in understanding the world. By seeking to explain natural phenomena through the lens of empirical observation and experimentation, scientists are, in effect, implying that God is not necessary to understand the workings of the universe. This is perceived as a form of intellectual hubris, where scientists, with their limited knowledge and understanding, presume to supplant the wisdom and power of the divine. Furthermore, the scientific method, which relies on testable hypotheses and falsifiable theories, is seen as an attempt to reduce the complexity and mystery of the universe to a set of predictable, mechanistic principles. This approach is viewed as a form of blasphemy as it seeks to demystify the world and render it devoid of spiritual significance. By subjecting the natural world to rigorous scrutiny and analysis, scientists are, in essence, removing the sense of awe and wonder that is often associated with the experience of the divine. Additionally, the theory of evolution, which is a cornerstone of modern biology, is often seen as a particularly egregious example of scientific blasphemy. By proposing that species evolve over time through a process of natural selection, scientists are, in effect, suggesting that the diversity of life on Earth is the result of random and erratic processes, rather than the intentional creation of a divine being. This is perceived as a direct challenge to the biblical account of creation, which posits that God created the world and all its inhabitants in a deliberate and purposeful manner. However, it is also possible to argue that science and religion are not mutually exclusive, and that the pursuit of scientific knowledge can, in fact, be a form of reverence for the natural world and the divine. Many scientists are also people of faith, and they see their work as a way of deepening their understanding of the world and its creator. By studying the natural world, scientists are, in effect, seeking to understand the mind of God, and to appreciate the beauty and complexity of the universe. Moreover, the scientific method, with its emphasis on observation, experimentation, and evidence-based reasoning, can be seen as a form of intellectual humility, rather than arrogance. Scientists are not seeking to supplant the wisdom of the divine, but rather to understand the world in a more nuanced and detailed way. By recognizing the limitations of their knowledge and the provisional nature of their theories, scientists are, in effect, acknowledging the mystery and complexity of the universe, and the role that faith and spirituality can play in understanding it. In conclusion, while some may view the scientific enterprise as a form of blasphemy, it is also possible to see it as a form of reverence for the natural world and the divine. By pursuing knowledge and understanding, scientists are not necessarily undermining the role of faith, but rather seeking to deepen their appreciation of the world and its creator. Ultimately, the relationship between science and religion is complex and multifaceted, and it is up to each individual to navigate this terrain in a way that is consistent with their own values and beliefs.